England. Tom Brady had something interesting to say about evaluating quarterbacks and how they celebrate after scoring touchdowns. Let's play shot number 2.
Because football is the ultimate team sport. And even in this broadcasting role, Chris, that's what I look for all the time. When a quarterback throws a touchdown pass, I actually watch to see who he goes and celebrates with. Because what did I do? I looked for my offensive lineman every time. I went down and celebrated in the end zone with my teammates every time. I wanted everyone to feel like they were part of the success. I told the linemen, we're all running to the end zone and we're celebrating as a team. Because I think that's way more intimidating than a quarterback doing his 6-shooter guns and pointing up in the crowd and doing all that other bullshit that's very self-promotional, but it's not about winning. And I think winning in football is about a team, always a team attitude first.
Is that a shot at Shedeur? Is that why the Raiders didn't take Shedeur?
Well, the Raiders had a few opportunities to draft him, did they not? Even after the first round? I don't know if it's a shot at Shedeur. I know one thing, Jason. It certainly wasn't an endorsement.
It's to me, it's a direct shot, and it blows up. And this is where I give Dion and his marketers and all this. They had this picture paint. Oh, Tom Brady is Shedeur's mentor. And I called Tom, and he and Shedeur talked on the phone, and Shedeur leaned into all of that. I think it was all smoke and mirrors. I don't think there was any authenticity to any of it. If Tom Brady had been mentoring Shedeur would have taken that gold chain off, and the whole watch deal would have never happened. It was all a scam.
My belief is if they truly were a mentor-mentee relationship and that dynamic actually existed in an authentic way, Shedeur Sanders would have absolutely aced the interview process. He would have been the model student. He would have been a guy, as soon as he walked in the room, he would have said and done all the right things. And by the time he walks out, coaches and the organization and the GMs in Indianapolis would have said, that's our guy. The opposite happened. Very simple.
Steve, I want to move on to LeBron James's newest Nike commercial. Let's play it. It's shot number 3.
They called him the Chosen One. He carried the weight of every expectation on his shoulders. But he never broke. We were all witnesses. Every rival was defeated. Every idol was destroyed. He took the crown and kept it. Behold the greatness. He is the forever king.
Love it, like it, or hate it?
Loathe it. Loathe it. I wish he'd get out of my life so I can go back to being a Laker fan. He's the greatest narcissist of all time. He really is. It's not even close. And to do this, look at his Laker run. You take away a bubble, which absolutely has an asterisk to a lot of people that are in the NBA, cover the NBA, love the NBA. So even at least half the people don't even count that as a title. There has been a point of diminishing returns for at least 5 years. Now, Jason, I believe coming into 2017 or 18, or maybe directly after leading the 3-1 comeback against Golden State, that particular ad in that tenor and tone, I think would have been palatable to a lot more people than it is in 2025. Think about it, Jason. We're about a decade out from that comeback victory over the Golden State Warriors.
I even then, I just think it's all inappropriate. Michael Jordan didn't have to run around and tell everybody, I'm the forever king, I'm this, I'm that. Other people did it for him. And I know this is Nike, and I know LeBron didn't design, but he certainly had some oversight and could have said, like, hey, guys, what are we doing here? You know, let's put out a commercial of other people talking about me and talking about how great I am. But this whole deal of me anointing myself and celebrating myself, this is the biggest example, proof that he's not the GOAT. is that he spent so much time celebrating himself and telling everybody, and here I can hear the LeBron people. I can hear them right now screaming and shouting, and it's the perfect thing for you to speak to. Hey, Muhammad Ali did it. He called himself the greatest. I'm just doing what Muhammad Ali did. That would be his argument.
Truly dumb people do not understand context, and I think they do it on purpose. When Muhammad Ali said it, you kind of were in on the joke. He was kind of doing it tongue in cheek, even though he meant it, but there was a certain fun involved. And even if you disagreed with him, he'd laugh and he'd argue with you in a very humorous fashion. Jason, this here just makes you cringe over and over and over again.
Here's the other thing about what Ali was doing. You know, context, time and place does matter. Muhammad Ali's in the 1960s.
Yes.
There is palatable racism. There is conversation that, hey, black people are inferior, blah, blah, blah. He's being defiant. LeBron James lives in a time where, and I don't care if people disagree and don't understand it or want to live in delusion, but the entire establishment, from the Black Panther movies to the Woman King movies to the Equalizer, everything is black is the greatest. Black, black, black. The black man's great. There's 16 black quarterbacks. Black. Everything is a celebration of blackness. There should be some humility from that. Muhammad Ali was being defiant and speaking against anti-black bigotry. LeBron James is living in a time where it's almost illegal to criticize black people that are Democrats. And so it just doesn't land. It doesn't land the same. It comes off as narcissistic and tone deaf.
Yeah, and there's a self-serving nature. And again, if you ever really watch the Ali interview, especially the ones with Howard Cosell, there was fun. It was a banter. It was kind of like the shtick, and everyone was in on it. But there's something so self-serving about LeBron. And Jason, you're right. He didn't edit. He didn't cut the commercials. But to think that he only gave a taciturn endorsement of what was put out, you'd have to be incredibly naive, if not flat out dumb, to think otherwise.
Here's Adam Schefter, I believe yesterday on Micah Parsons. Packers linebacker Micah Parsons has been dealing with an L4, L5 facet joint sprain in his back, and he may take an epidural injection prior to Sunday's game versus the Lions if needed to help him play, per sources. Before trading Parsons last week, the Cowboys prescribed him a 5-day plan of an anti-inflammatory cortisoid, prednisone, to help him recover from back tightness. They also had him on a physical therapy program. Parsons has been practicing this week, and he is trying to play in Sunday's opener versus the Lions, though one source said it is uncertain. I saw another report from, I think, Polymarket Football, where they speculated that he may have to take an injection all season. Does this back injury perhaps explain why Jerry Jones was cool with moving on from Micah Parsons?
Jason, I don't want to go out there and compare players or any athletes to a commodity like a car, but when you sell a used car, you know what that Carfax says, and you're trying to sell a used vehicle. You're like, hey, don't worry about it. It has 80,000 miles on it, but it runs great. Don't worry about that tire. We'll put some air into it. I'll get a new Fram oil filter. We're good. There's no doubt in my view the Cowboys understood what they had in the mileage on the odometer. And to think that the Cowboys didn't understand there's a back issue and those things can be tricky. Now, on the flip side, Jason, if I'm the Packers and I've already made a long-term commitment towards Micah Parsons, I don't rush him back. I don't. I'd actually say, look, if we have to wait till the first month after the fourth game to make sure that you are ready to go, and for the long term, not just this season, we want to protect you and our investment, that's the tack that I would take.
It is the tack that I would take, but man, you promised this guy $47 million a year. I think over the next 4 years, most of this money is guaranteed. And he's got these back issues, and I'm sure there have been guys that have had this, but he plays defensive end. He's not playing one of these protected positions, wide receiver. You can't get hit over the middle the way you could. Obviously, quarterback. He's playing one of the most physical positions, and people say he's not good against the run, and that might be a back issue. And so if all you got is a speed pass rusher or a relentless pass rusher, a guy that plays on maybe second and third down and maybe hurts you a little bit on first down, $47 million a year, maybe Jerry Jones just isn't as stupid as people thought.
Let's go.